Let's go about the function definitions once again, but in more detail. That is, if you have a function, a following function with an argument of x underscore, then you put a set delayed operator, and on the other side you define your function. And the delayed sign operator, which is the colon and equal sign, is called the delayed set operator. It defines a rule where right hand side, that is this part, is only executed and evaluated when left hand side is called for. The difference with set is that it is immediate. The reason being, if you had a random real just like that, called it again and again, it would just remain the same value. And what we used just now is a usual set operator. And what the usual set operator does is that it evaluates the function at the first time you run it, and afterwards the value of the variable is just set. Now, if we use a simpler, not simpler, but a different example with a delayed set operator, and we do the same exact example, but defined differently. Every time we call the x now, it is re-evaluated. And that is the whole point of the delayed set operator. Now, how do we call the function? The calling of the function, which we just defined by the name f, is very simple. You just define f, and inside of the brackets, you define the input you want to give it. That is, if you wanted to input a set of integers from 1 to 4, you would still be able to do it, and the function would just go over every single one of them and process these values. Another thing is the delayed set operator is quite useful for expensive calculations. That is, if you have an expensive calculation that takes 3 seconds and you want it to be evaluated every single time after it runs, it needs to take 3 seconds, and afterwards you can just call it again and again, and it will keep on being re-evaluated.